American Pickers fans accuse scene of being staged as Mike Wolfe uncovers a hidden and rare Shelby car for $75,000. In a clip from a recent episode posted on the American Pickers Facebook page, Mike and Jersey John check out a mystical Shelby hidden in a barn. Mike called an expert who checked out photos of the rare car, which the star noted had missing parts. When Mike asked how much it would cost to restore, the expert said well over $100,000. When the expert said offering $75,000 was fair, the buyers declined to sell the car to Mike. The seller said it might sound crazy turning down an offer for a $75,000 car that's been sitting there 35 or 40 years, but it's a big decision to make. I understand people would say, "This guy is a total idiot." Fans turned to the comment section to accuse the scene of being staged. One viewer commented, "Not at all staged." A second said, "These sort of shows have to be staged. It's entertaining television." Sellers have to give permission to appear on TV, contracts are signed, camera angles are plotted, sellers unfamiliar with filming rehearse, etc. Who cares? It is a good program. A third wrote, "All are staged." I think a lot of this stuff is planted ahead of time, a fourth said. A rep for American Pickers did not respond to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. Ni of season, ni UKKS. American Pickers Season 26 kicked off on October 9. The U.S. Sun reported the show had low ratings for the premiere episode. On the hour-long premiere, Mike picked through Evil Knievel memorabilia, including a one-of-a-kind billboard from his Snake Canyon jump. But the episode failed to bring in many viewers, as the U.S. Sun reported just 565,000 fans tuned in. This was a major drop from Season 25, which kicked off with a 2-episode premiere in December 2023. Classic Car Cemetery raked in 723,000 viewers, and Part 2 of the premiere, Hidden Cash Stash, had ratings drop to 676,000. Episode 3 saw an increase to 880,000 viewers, and the numbers remained around the same throughout the rest of the month. By the January 24 episode, ratings skyrocketed to 948,000 viewers. The numbers dropped back down through most of February, with the lowest rating on February 14 at 774,000 viewers, and the highest on February 28 at 966,000. The final episode on March 27 brought in 832,000 viewers. Frank's Final Bow. As American Pickers fans know, longtime star Frank passed away at 60 years old on Monday, September 30, 2 years after suffering a stroke. His final episode was in March 2020, as he left the show to recover from back surgery. During his time off, Frank lost 65 pounds and was living a healthier lifestyle, including being sober from alcohol. He had been open about wanting to return to the series after his hiatus, but was officially let go in 2021, Mike confirmed. "I will miss Frank, just like all of you, and I pray for the very best and all good things for him on the next part of his journey," Mike said at the time. The two had a falling out, as Frank exclusively told the U.S. Sun in a 2021 interview. "I haven't talked to Mike in 2 years. He knew my back was messed up, but he didn't call me up and ask how I was doing. That's just how it is. I think Mike wants to get his brother Robbie in there to replace me. I don't know why he's behaving like that towards me." The two reconciled after Frank suffered the stroke in July 2022. Mike and other loved ones were by Frank's side at the time of his passing. Remembering Frank. American Pickers posted on social media following Frank's death. "We are saddened to share that our friend and beloved member of the History Channel and American Pickers family, Frank Fritz, has passed away on September 30, 2024. Frank filmed American Pickers for over a decade. We will always remember the bearded charmer and his never-ending search for vintage motorcycles and bikes. Our thoughts are with Frank's loved ones during this difficult time. He will be deeply missed. In the world of American Pickers excitement often bubbles over when Mike Wolfe and his crew stumble upon treasures long buried beneath layers of dust and grime. Fans tune in for the thrill of the hunt, the stories behind each find, and the adrenaline that comes with unearthing a piece of American history. But recently, a particular episode sparked more controversy than usual. What should have been a thrilling moment when Wolfe discovered a hidden and rare Shelby car worth $75,000 instead had some viewers crying foul and accusing the scene of being staged. The episode in question began like many others. Mike, accompanied by his trusty partner, Robbie Wolfe, embarked on a road trip after hearing whispers about an old property rumored to house automotive relics. The duo had heard from a local contact about a potential gold mine, an elderly collector with a sprawling barn packed with forgotten treasures. But it was the promise of a rare Shelby Mustang that really got Mike's attention. Shelby cars, being iconic muscle cars, are highly sought after by collectors. Finding one in decent condition could mean a massive payday. As the pickers rolled up to the property, the stage was set for what could only be described as an automotive adventure. The barn stood weathered and sagging from years of neglect, its rusty doors groaning as they swung open. Inside, the dim light revealed a clutter of old bicycles, rusting tractors, and piles of forgotten tools, the usual fare for a picker. The camera panned around, capturing the dusty nostalgia that every fan of the show had come to love. But as Mike and Robbie made their way deeper into the barn, the excitement started to build. Mike's eyes gleamed with anticipation as he followed the collector, an elderly man named Joe, toward a tarp-covered figure in the back. "This is the one you mentioned on the phone?" Mike asked, his voice filled with curiosity. Joe nodded, a wry smile playing on his lips. "This old thing's been sitting here for decades," Joe said with a wistful tone. "I've been meaning to do something with it, but life gets in the way, you know." Mike, clearly fighting to contain his excitement, slowly pulled back the tarp. And there it was, a Shelby Mustang. The deep blue color, though faded, still shone through the dust. It was a true piece of American automotive history, and Mike immediately recognized its worth. "Wow, a '67 Shelby GT 500, Mike whispered in awe. "This is a big one." As the negotiation unfolded, Mike and Joe went back and forth, discussing the car's history, its condition, and what it would take to restore it. Eventually, they settled on a price, $75,000. For Mike, it was a steal, knowing the value the car could fetch once restored. The scene should have been a moment of triumph for American Pickers but instead, it left many fans feeling skeptical. As the episode aired, social media lit up with comments from fans who felt the scene had been too convenient, too perfect. The accusations that the scene was staged quickly began to snowball. "It's just too good to be true," one fan posted on Twitter. "How does Mike always seem to find these hidden gems in the most random places?" Others echoed similar sentiments, questioning whether the Shelby had really been sitting there, untouched for decades, or if the entire scene had been scripted for dramatic effect. "It's like they knew exactly what was under that tarp," one Reddit user commented. "It felt more like a setup than a real pick." The allegations weren't entirely new to American Pickers Over the years, the show has faced its fair share of accusations about scenes being exaggerated or manipulated for the sake of entertainment. After all, reality TV often walks a fine line between authenticity and entertainment value. But this particular find struck a chord with viewers, especially given the high value of the car in question. A debate ensued among fans, some defending the show and others expressing disappointment. "Even if it's staged, I don't care," one fan wrote on Facebook. "I watch the show for the history and the stories. Mike and Robbie are great at what they do." Others, however, felt the show had lost some of its credibility. "It's not about the finds anymore. It's about making good TV," a longtime viewer lamented. In response to the backlash, neither Mike Wolfe nor the show's producers immediately addressed the allegations. Instead, the episode continued to make waves online, drawing in viewers who were now watching closely for any signs of staging in future episodes. For many, this was just a bump in the road, part of the territory that comes with long-running reality shows. For others, it was a wake-up call that maybe, just maybe, not everything they see on TV is as spontaneous as it seems.